Hello, hello. It's good to see you. I hope that you're doing well, that you had a fantastic Easter. Thank you for being patient with me and uploading my Finish 7 by Spring finale. It's been a lot of a comedy of errors, I gotta tell you. So I'm finally getting it to upload into my computer because iMovie keeps rejecting my footage. I had to switch back to my old camera to get this new camera cleaned. And yeah, I can't go back to the wobbly shakiness. It's just not okay. So this time is the charm. Obviously I got it to work. So thank you for watching this today. This is the 7 by Spring finale. I'm pleased with where I got with my items, even though I didn't finish everything. So let's just quickly recap the 7 items I chose. The first thing that I wanted to finish out of my collection is the Bite Beauty Matte Lip Crayon in the shade Glacé. If you want an everyday wearable, you don't have to think about your lip color. You don't have to worry about matching it to your skin tone or worry about what eyeshadow look you're gonna wear that day. This is a great find to have in your collection, and it's made out of great ingredients, so you don't have to worry about ingesting a bunch of horrible things for your body. The color on this is definitely more mauve than nude, but it is wearable, like I said, flattering for many different skin tones. So here is a swatch of what Glacé looks like on my hand. I do have a fair skin tone, so it does come off a little bit darker on me, but it is a beautiful, everyday, wearable, your lips but better kind of a shade. So love this, but I didn't scrape out what's in the bottom because I do have other things like this. Note to self though, if you're a huge fan of the color of the Kylie Jenner lip kits, I know those lipsticks can be kind of hard to get your hands on. This is a great find, and you can pick it up at Sephora, your local Sephora and your JCPenney, and like I said, it has great ingredients that you don't have to worry about chemicals seeping into your body. So great stuff. The next thing I finished was the Wet n Wild Take on the Day mattifying powder. This is just in the Fergie packaging. Great powder for $4.99. In my opinion, it is very comparable to the NARS Translucent Crystal Setting Powder. I know that you can no longer find that product on the Sephora website. I apologize, I'm not aware if it is still available on the NARS website or not, or even on Amazon, because I haven't been shopping for a lot of makeup in the last couple of months. But this, great stuff for $4.99 if you want something at a drugstore price point, but that's gonna give you the same quality finish of a high-end product. So love this. Then the next thing that I wanted to finish, I had 2 eyeshadows out of my Lorac Mega Pro that I really wanted to tackle. So it's nice that I can say that I've moved out another 2 shades. In particular, I wanted to work on Khaki and Cashmere. Let me show you real quick in my palette, kind of where I am with this one. Khaki was a beautiful cool tone brown. My favorite way to wear it is with gunmetal type shades. In particular, I panned it along with the shade Slate from my Lorac Pro palette, and then I transitioned to wearing it with Night Sky from my Stila in the light palette. I loved this to kind of tone down the sparkliness of those very intense gunmetal shades. So beautiful color. If you want something similar, I can't remember if it's in the Urban Decay Naked Basics or the Urban Decay Naked Basics 2, the shade in the middle, kind of the light khaki brown color, is very similar. And then of course you can find that shade in other palettes in your collection. Just kind of look for real cool tone, fleshy brown color. You'll be good to go. Highly recommend it with those gunmetal shades, but I loved this. The other shade I wanted to move out was Cashmere. It was a really beautiful shimmery lid shade. It was a champagne, but kind of trended more on the white gold side of things because it did make my brown eyes really pop. And again, I loved it with the slate shades, and then I transitioned wearing it with the shade Luster from my Steel in the Light palette before I switched over to Kitten. So loved those 2. And no, I did not use indigo over here. To be honest with you, I wasn't really pleased with the shade because Lorac, they oftentimes put these shadows in that are black shadows with whatever shimmer the color is supposed to be. Indigo was no exception. So when my daughter came in and jabbed her finger into it and broke half the shadow, I was like, c'est la vie. It's time to be done. I scooped it out, and I'm not gonna worry my head over it anymore. So this is where my palette currently is. If you wanna know where I'm kind of looking ahead to pan more shades out of this palette, I'm looking to move out Fawn and Camel next, and then what is this, Sand and Copper perhaps, and then definitely brown, probably as I get into my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, since there's a hot chocolate, I believe, is the similar shade in there. So that's where I am with Lorac Mega Pro. Then for the items that I didn't quite finish, but I'm pleased with where I got, the first one is the Wet n Wild eyeshadow icon pencil in the shade Pixie. I actually think I'm done with this. Every time I put it into my sharpener, it's getting more and more challenging, and I think that I'm at the point where I'm gonna have to use it until it scratches my eyelids before I just call it done. It's a beautiful everyday shadow base. If you want something you don't have to think about, it works with everything. Very, very similar to the Maybelline Color Tattoo in Barely Branded or Barely Beige. Absolutely lovely. But like I said, it's one of those things that I think I'm done with this, but I'm gonna go on and use it a couple more times. I'm putting it away for the next month because for my Finish 5 by Cinco de Mayo painting challenge that I'm incorporating next, I'm painting the look I'm currently wearing because I do want to move out some old shadow along with painting my Steel in the Light. So I'm going to put this away for a while and then bring it back out, you know, middle of May, end of May time frame. So happy with that. The next one I'm thrilled with is my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in the shade Dim Light. During the winter, this makes a beautiful contour. If you have fair skin, you're finding that Dim Light is a little bit too dark to use as a face powder, try it out as a contour. You may be just as pleased with it as I was. So here's where I finally ended up. I'm gonna go on and put this back into my collection because it's too light for me to wear now. I do need a stronger contour now that we're getting into late summer or late spring, early summer. Feels like summer here because it's like 80 degrees here in Texas, but whatever. But as far as this powder goes, I've cleared out the sides, and I'm really thrilled that I've actually started clearing out the bottom of the pan. I was using the Sonia Kashuk version of the NARS Ita brush and just tapping it in, going on and applying it to my contour areas, and this is where I ended up. So like I said, I'm gonna put this back in my drawer and then pull it out in the winter time at the end of the year and enjoy it again, just like I did this year. So thrilled with that. And item number 7, I'm in a love relationship with this right now. My Hoola bronzer. No, I did not finish it. It's the bronzer that keeps on giving, I swear. But this is where I ended up, and I've actually decided not to repress it because I'm currently wearing it as a contour. I went on and followed up. I'm using that Sonia Kashuk brush again, and I'm just tapping on the sides. I'm actually working on, this side probably has the biggest dip right here. I'm actually just tapping it into the bottom of the pan. Spoiler alert, I did put this in my Finish 5 by Cinco de Mayo challenge because I honestly think I can do that clearing out a side at a time. So I'm thinking maybe a week and a half per side, so I should finish it right around the 5th of May and not have to worry about repressing it. So that's it. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this, for being patient with me. I hope that you're having a blast panning and shopping your stash, and that you're being successful in your no buys and your low buys. So be on the lookout. The next challenge I'm jumping into is Finish 5 by Cinco de Mayo. Like I said, I've got this look I'm panning right here. I kind of like want to think of it as power panning, if you will, to push through, because there are some old shadows that I really I've been eyeballing to work on. And also I figured it would give me a way to kind of step into my chocolate bar palette a little bit with the shade Strawberry Bonbon, as well as working on my Steel in the Light. So that will be coming up next. So have a great rest of your day, and I will be seeing you very, very soon. Catch you later.